Good morning, Claire Ackers here, and today I am talking about how to connect or reconnect with your authentic power as a female founder. And today I am talking to you if basically you just want to find and unleash that authentic power that you know you have burning inside of you. And I'm talking to you if maybe you have been feeling a little bit lost and a little bit beige and a little bit humdrum. Maybe you are not getting the results that you want in your business right now and you're not feeling very successful. Or maybe you are doing all the things. You are brilliant at what you do. You are doing all the things that you are supposed to, and yet you are frustrated because it is not having the desired result that you want in your business. Or maybe you've just lost your mojo. Maybe it feels like you're wading through treacle and you don't know what you're doing and you can't remember why you're bothering to do this. And maybe you are even thinking, is this stress and overwhelm and grey hairs and wrinkles all worth it? So if you resonate with any of this today, I am talking to you how to reconnect, how to find that fire and how to unleash it so you start enjoying your business and start getting the results that you want. In this talk, I am going to give you 7 steps that you can take away and you can immediately put into action and start getting results. And I want to know what works for you. I want to know what really, really resonates, what you put into practice, and what is making the difference to you. My name is Claire Ackers. I am an authenticity coach and I work with female founders to help them build aligned and authentic businesses that are capable of changing the world. If you're watching me, please say hello in the comments. And if you are catching up a little bit later on the replay, please say hello with #replay. I have now got over 15 years experience of coaching female founders. I'm the creator of the Audacity method, which basically helps female founders stop waiting for permission to rip up the rule book and to do things as they see fit so that they can grow and build their dream businesses that will create not only their dream businesses, but their dream life as well. And I have helped so many female founders go through these 7 steps that I'm about to share with you. So make sure you have got a pen and paper because you're going to want to take some notes and you're going to want to come up with a plan for yourself. So in this, I am assuming you are not just building this business in order to make money. Yeah, absolutely. You want to be a wealthy woman and you want to have a ton of cash and you want to have the lifestyle for you and your family, but you are not just all about the money. You're in it for impact. You're in it to make a difference, both for your little world, you and your family and your community, but also to have that positive ripple effect on the globe as well. Let's just go really, really big. So basically you are dreaming of creating your dream life and you've got a vision that you set up in business for in the first place of doing it differently, of maybe taking all the lessons that you had from your early career where you were smashing it and doing it differently, of disrupting things, of throwing out the outdated patriarchal structures that you were operating in and playing by the old rules and just playing your own game. You know, you are in this to do this differently. Maybe you've got that vision and you're just getting a little bit stuck for a reason. And this is all about finding that authentic power that's going to allow you to push on through the obstacles and pull it off and make it happen. Okay, so step number one is it's knowing who you are at your core and then having the courage to live that every day. And of course, I'm talking about values. So a value is just something that you hold dear. If we cut you down the middle, your values will be running through you like a stick of rock. And you've got to know what your values are. And you've got to be really honest about what your values are, as opposed to what other people think you should be doing, or you've been told is important to somebody like you. You've got to get really, really selfish about what your values are. And there's a really simple way you can do this. All you need to do is write down on a piece of paper all the values that you can think of. And we want to get to about 50. And then look down that list and think, okay, which of these give me a kick in the gut? Which of these make the hairs on the back of my arm stand up? Which of them give me a zing? And I know, yeah, that's a biggie for me. And that's how you identify your core values. So that's step number one, is knowing who you are right down at your core. And that needs to be the same for you and for your business as well. If there's a disconnect between the two, you've got a problem. Okay, so step number two is defining your core values. And a lot of people skip this step or don't know how to do it. And this is where a lot of conflict comes from in businesses, in teams, in marriages, and in relationships, is people say they have the same core value, but the definition, how that plays out, is different. Take honesty, for example. That would be in a lot of people's core values. And for one person, honesty might be tell the truth no matter what, no matter who it hurts. And for somebody else, honesty might be it's okay to tell a white lie so you don't hurt somebody's feelings. And you can see in a work situation, in a personal situation, how that could cause conflict, because both people are being true to themselves, but how that shows up is very, very different. So you've got to spend some time thinking about your personal definition of what that value means to you. Step number three is assessing those core values. So you've got the value itself, you've got your definition, and then the next question to ask is, okay, if I'm being really, really honest, in a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being not in the slightest, 10 being, yeah, absolutely, couldn't be more so, how true you are being to that value right now on a daily basis. So let's take that example of honesty again. Your definition, your core value is honesty. Your definition of honesty is telling the truth, no matter who it hurts, because that's integrity to you. And you might assess yourself saying, okay, how true am I being to that definition? Well, I told a friend the other day that I really liked a dress when actually it looked awful. Well, I told a client so I didn't receive the email when actually I did receive it. I just forgot to reply to it. So how true are you being to that definition that right now? And I bet you that if you are feeling lost, if you are feeling triggered, if you are feeling like there's a disconnect between what you're doing and how you're showing up and where you want to get to with your business, somewhere your value is being triggered. It's being trampled all over. You're not being true to it. So this is an opportunity to revisit those and think, right, okay, how can I show up in my fullest integrity? I hope that makes sense. Okay. Step number four is working out what that means for your business. So you have your values, you have your definitions, you know how true you're being to them. The next step is to figure out what they mean for your business. And remember, your personal values, your business values, they are the same. So some sort of questions you might want to ask yourself or start assessing is, how do you live and breathe your values? How do they show up in the office every day? How do clients and customers, how do they experience your values? How do they know what your values are? What can they rely on? What can they trust? What would they say about you if they were writing a testimonial with regards to your values? How are you going to either build a team around those values or maybe come back to those values if there's a bit of discombobulation in your team values at the moment? You know, there's some shaky foundations from which you're trying to scale because the values, they're maybe not rock solid or quite meaningful for you at the moment. Then step number 5 is putting this all together and coming up with a mission statement. So this is where you go to the big picture. This is where you bring it all together. You look at your why, you look at your purpose, you look at your mission, and you go, right, here are my values. And it's going to start something like, I am a person who is honest, has integrity, always does what they say they're going to do, values balance, values integrity, values disrupting things, whatever it is for you, you're going to create a sentence that will inform every single thing that you do and will cascade right down and reach into every single area of your business. If something goes wrong, you can come back to that values and that mission statement. If you're feeling rubbish that day, you can come back to that values and mission statement. And when you come at problems from a place of that integrity, of that reconnection, of that authenticity, Knowing the right course of action is easy because you've always got that solid core. Step number 6 is then identifying your golden daily habits. So all this stuff is great in theory, but what are you going to do about it? Now, golden daily habits, it was a total game changer for me when I started integrating this stuff into my business. I now have a rock solid golden daily habits. I've got a chart. I've got it Monday to Friday. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 10 different things that I do that are my essential standards. They are my non-negotiables, and I get all my clients to do this as well. If you are living in 100% integrity with your values, what would that mean on a daily basis for your golden daily habits? And I've got stuff in there like engaging with my audience on LinkedIn. I've got stuff in there like yoga. I've got stuff in there like getting my statistics to my weight loss coach. I've got dipping in cold water, my immersion tub I've got in my back garden. Now, you don't need to go that extreme. The point is that you are being really, really honest about what you need to do to show up as your highest and best self. And then finally, step number 7 is recommitting. It's recommitting to that on a daily basis. This is not a one and done activity. It's not a tick box exercise. I do this. I go off to the Japanese garden in Newquay, where we go on our Easter holiday every year. I go there and I redo my values and check in that I'm on the right vision with this stuff. But then I do this stuff every single day because that's how I know that I'm finding that fire. That's how I know that I'm on the right track. That's who I remember who I am and reconnect with that fire at my core so I can keep on showing up as the highest version of myself and do the work I was born to do. And it feels amazing. If I'm ever going off track, if I'm ever feeling scared, if I'm ever feeling overwhelmed by everything I've got to do, take these 7 steps and I refine my fire and I remember who I am and what my mission is and why I'm doing this. And then an inspired course of action comes to me and I know exactly what to do. I've got that clarity, I've got that focus, and I've got that fire to make it happen. And your power, your authentic power, it comes from that consistency. It comes from those essential standards. It comes from that recommitting every single day to your mission, to fanning that flame. So those are your 7 steps to find your power, to reconnect with your power, your authentic power as a female founder. If you would like to understand where you are on that journey at the moment, I've created a free quiz. It's the authenticity and alignment quiz, and it's going to allow you to benchmark exactly where you are on that journey right now. It's free. There's 30 multiple choice questions. You don't need to write loads and loads of text. It'll take you 5 minutes, but what you will get is an assessment and a benchmark of where you are right now on that authenticity and alignment journey. And you will also get a personalised report from me based on running the Audacity program for years and so many female founders going through that program and getting the results. You're going to get some actionable recommendations of what you can do right now to increase your score. So if I can do something very clever, I'm going to see if I can put the banner up on the screen right now. Look at that. That is the link to take the score. The link is also in the notes for this video. So go and check it out. Take you 5 minutes, it's free, and you're going to be able to benchmark right now where you are as a female founder on your authenticity and alignment journey. Let me know if you found this video, if you found this conversation useful. Have an awesome day, and I will see you very soon.